Once again, guys, I apologize for the extremely late upload, but here we are, and the Blue Jays, after having a great game yesterday, getting a huge clutch hit from Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the bottom half of the 7th inning, barely get any hits in the ball game today, losing 1-0 to the Yankees. They got a total of 4 hits. They really don't get anything. And the Yankees, all they get is a ground rule double from Brett Gardner to score their 1 run on 5 hits, and that was the ball game. But before we touch on that, I did something today that I've never done in my life, and that is go to a different MLB ballpark. I was at Camden Yards today to watch the Orioles and Astros play. Now, crazy things were happening in the ball game. Who comes out for the save with a 7-5 lead? Roberto Osuna. Jays fans, we all know what our feelings are towards that idiot. I apologize for that, but it's well needed. And what happens? He comes out there with a 2-run lead against Baltimore. Oh yeah, he gives up 1 run and then a walk-off 2-run shot. It's awesome to see Roberto Osuna suck, especially when I went to see their live to watch it. It was awesome. It was an amazing time to go to the ballpark. I'm actually in Washington right now, going to the Nationals game tomorrow night, so it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. It's been a blast, and it just continues to be a lot of fun. But let's get to this ball game. Let's get to this Jays game. Because, like we talked about, offensively, there wasn't a lot. And this might not be an extremely long video for you guys because, again, when you get when you get no runs on 4 hits, not much is going to happen. You know, Bo Bichette had 2 hits in the ball game, 1 in the bottom of the 9th inning off of Aroldis Chapman, and the first infield single of the ball game, which was the only hit off of Masahiro Tanaka. He was straight up dominant, or actually he gave up 3 hits, but through 7 innings, he only gave up 1 hit through 7, and he was dominant. He was straight up dynamite. You know, and he does an amazing job. Bichette gets a couple hits. Smokey goes 1 for 3, and Brandon Drury goes 1 for 3. Actually led off the bottom of the 9th inning with a single. Then Vladdy had a really lengthy at-bat against Aroldis Chapman, but grounds into a double play, and that pretty much ended the game. Then Bichette singled, but that was about it, because then you have a lefty-lefty with Biggio and Chapman, and I like Biggio, but holy smokes, Aroldis Chapman is Aroldis Chapman, people. We gotta remember that. So now, before we even, we're not even really talking about this ball game a whole lot, right? I'm gonna go to the pitching. We already literally just talked about the hitting stats. There was no runs for the Blue Jays, but Trent Thornton against the Yankees in the past has not been very good. And to watch him go out there today and go 6 innings of 3 hit ball, 1 run, walked 1, and struck out 6, dropping his ERA, 21 spots to 5.34. Again, it's still not very good, but to see him have a really good outing against the New York Yankees, it's awesome. Sam Gaviglio also went 3 innings of 2 hit ball, struck out 2 guys, didn't walk a batter, and of course did not allow a run. Pitching-wise was not the problem for the Blue Jays today. They had 1 run on a total of 5 hits. But the offense just was not there. And historically, the Blue Jays against Masahiro Tanaka, they just haven't been very good. And that continued there this afternoon at Rogers Center in the finale. However, the Blue Jays do split the New York Yankees. I know everyone's going to complain. Everyone's going to be angry. Yeah, they should have won this game. You split the New York Yankees, people. One of the best teams in the league. And you split them. I'll take that any day of the week. Now, obviously, we didn't talk about the minor leaguers playing in yesterday's games, but we'll just go skip those and go right to today's ball games. And Anthony Alford, this guy continues to. He had 2 hits actually yesterday. He went 1 for 4 today. He's hitting .263 is Anthony Alford. Great job there. Rowdy Tellez 1 for 4 with a run scored in the game. He's hitting .366 is young Rowdy Tellez. Loving what we're seeing there from him. And Santiago Espinal, a guy who struggled getting his first hit in AAA, has got hits in 3 straight games. He went 1 for 3 with a run scored in today's ball game, average above 100. Now it's 115, so there you go there. And a very, very positive sight for Jays fans. Anthony Kay, the lefty that we acquired in the Marcus Stroman deal, went 6 innings of 1 hit ball, gave up 1 run. It wasn't even an earned run. He walked 5, but he allowed 1 hit and struck out 8. Amazing job from him. ERA dropped to 5.36 in total in AAA. His time as a Buffalo Bison, however, has looked a lot better. So that is really good to see for Jays fans, seeing Anthony Kay start to take form in AAA. All right, down in AA New Hampshire, again, like I said, I'm not going to talk about the game yesterday, but in today's ball game, oh boy, the only thing I'm going to say from yesterday's ball game, Nate Pearson was dominant. He was awesome in the game. Went 6 innings of 2-run ball, struck out 8 guys. He did a great thing. He did an amazing job there. Today, we saw on New Hampshire, we saw Palacios actually lead off, went 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk in the game. He's hitting .281 on the year. Kevin Smith went 0 for 4, but I think he went 1 for 3 in the game yesterday as well. And Riley Adams had a good ball game. He was 2 for 5 with a couple RBIs and a run scored in the game was it this evening or this afternoon down in New Hampshire? I think it was this afternoon. Logan Mormouth went 1 for 3 in the game, and Forrest Wall 2 for 4 in the number 9 hole. This has been their leadoff guy almost all year long, so it's really interesting to see why they put Forrest Wall in the number 9 spot. But it succeeded in the game, and they came away with the 8-5 victory in this one. All right, now let's go down to the Dunedin Blue Jays, where I'm not even going to really talk about, I'm not going to talk about Saturday because there wasn't a whole lot going on there either. But my boy Josh Winkowski was on the mound there today for the the Advanced A Dunedin Blue Jays. Went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, neither were earned. Walked 2 and struck out 5, and ERA of 2.56 for Josh Winkowski. He has been great. He has been fantastic down there in Dunedin, and he continues to improve outing by outing. Alejandro Kirk went 1 for 3 in the game. This might be Saturday's game. I'm not too sure. But anyways, Alejandro Kirk went 1 for 3 in the ball game with an RBI. He did a good job. Demi Olamoya 1 for 4 with a run scored in that one. And then a couple other hits scattered. But the main key from that game is a Josh Winkowski awesome outing. All right. And down in Lansing. I screwed. No, I didn't screw up there. I'm all over the place right now, people. But down in Lansing, the offense is on fire for the next wave of young guns for the Blue Jays down there in Lansing. They continue to rip the ball apart, and you saw an amazing thing there today. You saw Otto Lopez go 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a walk in the game. He's hitting .310 down there in Lansing, and was it Yorman Rodriguez? I'm going to look him up here. The guy that was brought up from Vancouver, because he was just making the lead look real silly. I think it's Yorman Rodriguez. Anyways, he went 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs and 2 runs scored in this game. This guy just got recalled. He's hitting .533. It's only in 3 games, of course, but he's been tearing the ball apart. He had not skipped a beat since being in Vancouver. And Griffin Conine had a great game yesterday, and he had a great game again today. Went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and scored a couple runs as well. He's hitting .291. That average, remember when that was in the low 70s? So he's really starting to climb back up there as Griffin Conine. Great to see him doing a fantastic job. All right, and down in Vancouver, we saw the young catcher out of Vanderbilt, Philip Clark, had a great ball game a couple nights ago, or yesterday's ball game. He had another hit today. The game is still going on, of course, but he's hitting in the 290s now. Again, catcher of the Jays just drafted in the minor leagues. And down in Bluefield, again, couple guys to keep an eye on. We already know about Leonardo Jimenez. You can talk about Miguel Geraldo, the young infielders down there in Bluefield. But a guy to keep an eye on is Sloninger, the guy that the Jays drafted this year out of Penn State. The guy he's hitting over .350 down in Bluefield. Now I know, again, very small sample size in his first year in the big league, or I guess in the minors, and no one really knows him. But to see him down there tearing it up, and they just drafted him this season, keep an eye on the kid. He might be in Lansing next year. He might be in Vancouver next year. I don't know. Again, it's going to be a lot of exciting faces moving up in the system next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so guys, that is going to do it for this series for the Blue Jays against the Yankees. The 4-game set is done. Like we talked about, they split the 4-game set. And if the hotel Wi-Fi will help me out, the Jays start a 3-game set coming up tomorrow, and they play right through till Wednesday. I would love to see this hotel Wi-Fi kick in. That'd be awesome right about now. But if the Jays can continue to show us progression, that's all we're asking for. You know, we're not asking for this Jays team to become a 500 team the rest of the season. We're not asking them to be a playoff team this year. It's just not reality. It just can't happen. So it's not going to load. It's just I've succumbed to the fact that this Wi-Fi ain't going to load. I'm going to restart it here for you guys. This is what happens when you're in a hotel, guys. You guys know, if you guys have been around, you guys know hotel Wi-Fi ain't the greatest. If you guys can let me know in the comments, though, who the Jays are playing this upcoming series, that would be fantastic, because I sure as heck can't find that out, but you guys let me know in the comments, all right? But you know what, guys? that is going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys enjoyed the ball game and the series, oh, there we go. Now it's going to load, of course. The Jays start a 3-game series against the Texas Rangers starting tomorrow night. So 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center, right, as it looks like Gerardo is on the mound for the Texas Rangers, and Nick Ramirez, a guy that the Jays just acquired, and looks like he was in the dugout there today, and he actually had the call up. So it looks like he's going to be maybe an opener in this game tomorrow. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the Blue Jays do tomorrow night at 7:07 at Rogers Center, and then Game 2 goes on Tuesday. Lance Lynn, Thomas Pannone is the starting pitching matchup in Game 2 of the 3-game set, and then Sean Reid-Foley gets a good ball against Colby Allard. That's going to be an interesting pitching matchup against two young guys going at it there in the finale of the 3-game set, all right? So, you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys enjoyed the series overall, smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the series. What do you think of the good the Blue Jays did against the Yankees, or the negative things they did against the Yankees or didn't do against the Yankees? Let me know in the comments below. Check out my main man, Mo Buckets, on Twitter, guys. Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. I hope to be on this podcast next week. All right, so guys, go follow up Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, guys. Do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow in Game 1 of the 3-game set against the Texas Rangers. I'll be talking about Nick Ramirez on the mound for the Blue Jays, Ariel Gerardo on the mound for the Texas Rangers in Game 1 of the 3-game series at Rogers Center. 7:07 first pitch. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.